Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Stick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Stick looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yes.
2nd and 11 now. Stick. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Stick. He's got his man on the crossing route. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Gordon on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Stick looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and open for more here in Week 2. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way down. Now, they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So, in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Switch up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Rosen sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
49. Ricky.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ready?
They're going to go play action now with Stick. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. It's Williams on the catch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Throwing deep for Galladay.
You ain't going nowhere.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49 the mic, watch 49.
Now it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Impressive first half to get that lead. You've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They needed a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. One down. 44 at the mic. 40.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple inches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's make that quarter.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And this one complete to Burnett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 4. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rosen hands off to Johnson. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Chargers 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Keep it up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Going right side is White. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rosen. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
61, matchbox lights. Check 24, check 24.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Justin Jones there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. There as he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Again, it's Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
1st down and 10.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? 18, Gator. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Go.
3rd down, they'll throw with stick. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.